All right. All right, Kev. Go.
All right. So pull up laws of human.
Napoleon, right? What Robert Greene said, I mean, what Napoleon said. This is one thing that I like to. Let me just put this up here. Kev, can you see this?
Yeah.
Look, can you see this? Now, this quote. I mean, this quote is perfect because I. You know what? Let me just say this. So this is actually now you know Robert Greene. You know he really researched Napoleon. He probably researched this guy more than anybody, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. He's a top.
Right? Like that was a top guy. Now look what look what Napoleon says about religion. Can you see it?
What did you say? Read it.
Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, dude,
That's
300 years ago, it
hmm
still applies today. I
yeah.
mean, this
Well.
is.
Yeah.
I didn't know you said this until you brought up Robert Greene. Because then
Yeah.
I looked
Yeah.
it up. I looked at it. I mean, I didn't even realize he said this. This
Yeah.
is like, I
I
mean, what do you
think.
think?
Yeah. No. I mean, it's a good quote. I think it's exaggerated, but people in higher positions, yeah, they're not thinking about how do I do the right thing. Sometimes they're thinking about just getting something done. So it's a way of social order. Different, I think it's exaggerated, but yeah, listen, I think it also goes into the bigger conversation of is religion, and I'm not knocking religion. I believe in religion, but I think anytime something, anything, a movement, a group is made bigger, or like a lot of these things try to attach it to a religion because it makes it bigger, right? And
Hmm.
and you get people to believe, right? So they make it bigger than just a thing. So, but it's a way, he's breaking it down from a general standpoint, and he's got a point, you know.
Yeah, but you also know that all the founding fathers of the U.S. were against religion, right? They were against it. The founding fathers were not Christian by any means. They thought, religion was, a parasite. And it's so, profound, Kev, that you got Napoleon. Napoleon was alive during the founding of America, right? 1700s, yeah. So, like, these are guys these are like the elites, right? These were the cool elites, Napoleon, George Washington. They were like
Jefferson.
really enlightened, bro. Jefferson, right? Yeah, they were like enlightened. They were, that's the only way. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
I
I
would say.
also I also think that um, yeah, I mean, believing in a higher power is not a bad thing. I just think
No, no, no,
some
no, no,
some of
no,
them
no,
get
no.
used in the wrong way, right? Get used in the wrong way.
That's my point. That's my point.
So
Kev, look, believing in a higher power, from what I've gathered, you need it to survive. I
yeah,
get that.
center.
But that's not religion. But that's not religion. That's
Mm-hmm.
not organized religion. That's
Yep.
just a higher power. That's not organ. What he's talking about is organization. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where
yeah,
you
yeah.
got the
Exactly.
priest.
Structure.
You know what I mean? Like structure.
It's
No,
a way of
believing in a
it's a
higher
yeah,
power.
yeah. He's talking about the class, the
The
hierarchy.
class.
That's what keeps people in line, and that's why. Let's go to the next thing on the
And
Matrix.
real quick,
First quote.
yeah, yeah. No, real quick, just to top this section off. Napoleon said, "If I had to choose a religion, the sun as the universal giver of life would be my God." Now that's a higher power. This guy's smart, man, Napoleon. I mean, you know what I mean? It's sad that they didn't make a good depiction. Did you watch the movie in Hollywood?
No, no, no. But
It,
he
it
just
came out last. It
so
wasn't. It
he's not
wasn't. It,
he's
they,
by saying that he means the universe. He's not choosing
the
a
universe, right?
specific
Right.
religion, but that's fine.
Right. If you had to, which is perfect, which is, that's the
Yeah,
higher power.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you're talking about, But yeah. So yeah, let's move on to the what you say about the Matrix. Napoleon's
Pull up.
the
You go to
man.
YouTube. Yeah, and we'll
YouTube,
definitely
okay.
talk more about it in Napoleon. But
Napoleon? Yeah,
YouTube
I
and
mean,
pull up while we're on this topic. Pull up Tate, The Matrix. Andrew Tate, The Matrix. and he talks about how
This one?
yeah, probably that
Can you
one
see
with
it?
the green. Probably that one with the green. Click on that. The second video.
Okay, hold on, bro. Hold on.
This is extremism.
Hold on.
How long is it?
It's 2 minutes. I'll speed it up, but hold on.
Yeah, it might be it. But basically, he's
No,
saying the matrix is a system of control used to keep population subservient. And
just like religion, I would
exactly the
say.
same thing, but different.
Actually
Okay.
interesting because I get asked.
Yeah, look at the question. Let's see. Can you see it, bro? Kev, can you see it?
Yeah.
Is
It's
this
actually
it?
interesting because I get asked that
I'm not
question all
sure.
the time.
The interviewer asked, "What is the Matrix to you?" Is this it?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Just
there's
forward.
certainly a cabal
Okay.
of people who have mass
Leave it.
influence over the world who are not people we elect
got you.
or know their names. I would never kill myself. I'll start by saying that. And I don't have a direct beef with these people. That's what's actually interesting. If you're a billionaire or you're an extremely important person from an extremely important
Fast
family,
forward.
you're
I don't
born
think
into
this is it.
degree of power and wealth.
Okay.
Basically, we'll just paraphrase what he's saying, but we don't need to pull
This
up
one?
exact-
No,
We're not gonna
maybe this
find
one.
it. I think it was
No,
a short.
no.
It was a short.
No,
maybe,
this
but-
one. This one. All right. Let me go to the shorts, bro. Let's not give up. Let me go to the shorts.
Vaughn said it take two bodies.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Filters. This is where it is. Okay. Let's see. Why can't I do it here? Okay. How about this, Kev? Oh, this is it. I think this is it, right? Yeah.
There's an
It's
artificial
like a
reality,
30-second clip.
generated reality, and people are being harvested for their body heat in a real world, and their minds are being used. Their minds are being occupied by this computer generated reality.
No.
The basic premise of the show is that.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Let's just. But he's talking about probably differently there. But so basically, it's used to keep people in place. By the way, I think that noise is your headphones. They're probably good. You know. Anyway, so it's to keep people in subservient. You know, the population subservient, and put you in scenarios and situations that don't necessarily benefit you, and scenarios that are impossible. They are trying to keep you subdued and do this by constant distraction from media, machine, and make you believe a version of reality doesn't exist. Your life living is not making you happy, not fulfilling, and a chance of escaping is zero. So to keep you there, they distract your mind. And he's basically talking about, we call the Matrix, or, this version of games that, people play in these positions, and they'll keep you sort of on a hamster wheel, and it exists in different, trick bag sort of stuff. But that was what the clip was about. All right, check this out. We talked about this in the past. And
what about this one? Is this it? This might be it,
that
right?
might be it.
This is with
yeah, let's see.
It's
Yeah,
an easy way for me to express in a few words how I view the world works. I try and sit and explain that most people are being used for their resource. Yeah. They're being projected a reality that isn't true. They're convinced of things that aren't true. They're promised that if they slave away hard enough, at the end you'll retire. At the end it'll be good, which is a lie. And they're just used for their resource until they die. To get into that and explain it at length is difficult. But if I just understand, if you don't have money, you can't have an opinion. You can't say what you think.
Okay, but what he's saying is true.
Yeah, let's move on from this.
It's an easy way for me.
Ready? So, this next question. Damn, you are breathing heavy, man. I gotta go to the gym with you, I think. Yeah, I hear it.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the headphones they're tuned in. Yeah, we didn't bring any.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't press echo cancellation.
There you go. I knew it was different.
Yeah. Man, it won't let me change it while recording. Fuck it. All right, that's why.
We'll go over it. But so why people with similar backgrounds? We said this, and experience. do not have similar success. And we talked about this, like, these people come from the same school, right? Why are they not have similar success, right?
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
All right. What you're asking, Barack Obama wrote it in a book. He said pretty much talent is equally distributed, but opportunity isn't on this planet. Was probably the realest thing he said.
No, let's say
he wrote that in a book.
Let's say their opportunities are the same, backgrounds, everything's similar. Why don't they have the same success? And this goes into what we'll talk about, but their brain wiring is different. Their programming, their experiences. So everything's the same except they're basically hard drive, right? And programming is what makes a lot of these people different. So here's why does somebody see a caption? You see the same caption as somebody, right? Why does somebody interpret that different? Like, for instance, you might see a caption someone posts at a restaurant, right? Post a restaurant at a caption at a restaurant, Nobu, right? You might interpret that as just me at a restaurant with my friends, right? I didn't even choose it.
Okay.
Someone else might interpret that Nobu as a word and apply a different, meaning to it. So what the hell's it's programming? It's we're programmed by social media, by TikTok, by all these different things, but also by our experiences, right?
No, but wouldn't we be programmed first by our parents, then social media, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So we have our who you are. That's not going to change. But the programming is more influence through things you go through being in public, through seeing things. It's called. They use things like anchoring, right? Where you see something and you apply a meaning to that. We're always doing this anyway. But this is used also to influence and manipulate people.
No, Kev, what is it called?
Anchoring. Yeah.
Wow.
And
anchoring bias.
Yeah. So
look at this, Kev. Are you seeing this? Look at that.
Yeah. And the programming is neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. It's what's used to influence, manipulate, and that's like the science behind it. But these different organizations, or you have like we talked about it before, private intelligence, or they use these type of things to get their way in different at the mass scale and these companies do it as well. But anchoring is something where it could be visual, it could be you see it, you touch, any type of different experience that you draw a meaning to. It could be positive or it could be negative, right? But these over and over, they make up our programming. And I think it's like the Pavlo, the bell and the dog. You remember learning about that in school? The bell's rung over and over. The dog gets fed.
And the dog's like salivating, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
hears the bell.
He's like salivating. Yeah.
Because of programming, he's used to that bell and food, and after a while, if the food doesn't come, he still does salivate. So, these things are used by mass media, used, at the micro level too. It's a form of brainwashing. And think about like TikTok, right? Think about someone like Kai Cadet. I said his name wrong. You say it. What is it? Sinet? All right, this guy.
Kai, Sinet.
TikTok's another version of sort of this type of, it's constant, like influence, right? I seen someone was saying that he is an industry plant. he talks about certain things, and they know what's gonna work, what's gonna go viral, and it's these things, do affect us.
Kev, Kev, just real quick, Wikipedia, they define neuro-linguistic programming as a pseudoscience. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
You know damn right it ain't a suicide. It's a real science. You know damn right. But look,
They're saying they're
defining it as
psychology, I guess.
It's pseudoscience. Yeah, like lie detectors, pseudoscience. It's not really proven scientifically. That's what they're saying.
Here's why. Here's why. You can't,
Why?
You can't prove it. How are you going to prove people are alive? How are you going to prove someone's, certainly receptive or influenced to something? It's hard to prove, is what I'm saying. Right?
Okay. But I mean, can't you do it with, like...
Basically, what it is these types of programs are used to get through to the subconscious. The subconscious is what makes our decisions, okay?
Yeah.
And our first layer of defense, most people, our first layer of defense is going to see something, that's nothing, right? But if it gets through there, that's our subconscious, and that's what allows us our perception to change or us to make decisions. So that's what it's sort of targeting. And certain times we're more heightened aware, right, than others. So we might be more receptive to certain things and influence and manipulation and things like that. So
how do you remain foolproof, Kev? How do you remain bulletproof?
Awareness.
All right.
You can't be, everyone by understanding, yourself. I think by knowing, hey, I could be emotional, I could be happy, I could be sad, I could be greedy, I could be this, I could be narcissistic. All these things, are what will be used to, to make that effective, right? So just understanding that you're vulnerable to that, and so there is no way, there's no foolproof way, but I think awareness, is important, right?
Yeah, but constantly being aware, like that's like a skill within itself.
Listen, you don't want
right,
to
like constantly knowing.
You don't want to be paranoid, but they do say that paranoia heightens your senses, right? But you don't want to.
They say only the paranoid survive.
Yeah,
that's a quote. They said the paranoid survive. Yeah, I know. Yeah. In business, right? The paranoid survive. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yep. You're always,
look at this.
Your head's on a swivel.
Look, only the paranoid survive. Andy Grove.
Yeah,
look at this. Let's look at what he says. He says success breeds complacency. Complacency breeds failure. I like that. Only the paranoid survive.
Yep. Listen, we're right now in
I like this.
We're right now in World War III. It's digital.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram has your bitch, right? That's Kanye says that, but it's the truth. It's a war on mind perception, right? And that's just one tool, but you're constantly seeing it. And it's really.
He created Intel. By the way, the guy who said the quote, Andy Grove, he was the co-founder of Intel. Amazing. Who said that quote? Yep. That's some serious stuff, man. Yeah. That's to put some weight behind us. Wow. Only the paranoid survive.
Yep. And listen, humans are the real iPhones, right? So we're the ones that set the goals. Tell you, who's setting the goals, right, for you? Is it someone, an executive? Is it a friend? This, that? That's really who's moving you in a sense.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah,
influence, Hollywood. Right?
Yeah, for sure. All different places, and it happens in different cultures, and think
cultures,
about religion, sexes. Think about women in our society. They're trained to like diamonds, right? To like expensive things. In other countries, they don't like diamonds.
No,
it's true. They don't just it's not a thing. So it's everywhere, right? But
I know, and especially when you're talking about diamonds, Kev. I mean, it's not even useful. Like, yeah, it's worth something, but like, I would understand, valuing a car. I like cars, even watches, but yeah, like you said, diamonds. Like
yeah,
they for a little rock, they value like like it's
yeah,
amazing if you think about it. A little
yeah,
rock
yeah,
doesn't do anything.
and yes, other places don't care for it as much, but we're accustomed to that, and you got to get a diamond ring, right? You got to all these things. Um, so that's that. I'm trying to see anything else. Um, think about think about uh, think about Ye. I want to talk about Ye, right? He says a few things that are
Okay.
just some bars. Um,
Okay.
he says stop doing things out of fear, right? You don't have to pull it up, but stop doing things out of fear, and that an L
Got it.
is not a loss but a lesson, and that the universe will assist you when you act in love. And you could pull this one up. Check that one out. I think you could
Mm-hmm.
find basically.
I'm pulling.
He says when you act in love, water. You're a drop of water and the ocean's behind you. When you act in fear, you just have your money. And that's it. And that we're controlled by our thoughts, right? Our
Mm-hmm.
our insecurities, these things. And think about, and he talks about this, and we design our cities not to promote family, right? It's to create separation, and it benefits. We talked about this before. It benefits big corporations, right? When you're lonely, you got to go to the bar. When you're missing a friend, you got to go to the club. It's money. It's capitalism. And he says something that we should look more like ant colonies. Pull up an ant colony.
Hold on. Let me see.
just
Let me
what they
see.
look like.
You want me to pull up it?
An
Oh,
ant
an ant
colony.
collar? Yeah. Let me pull it. Let me see.
Basically, everything in there is all like unison, like the way it's set up. You can move around easily,
Mm-hmm.
and you know.
This is how an ant colony looks like, Kev. Look at this. Look at that. Pretty much. But I want to pull up what Kanye West is saying. What did he say? He said, hold on, Kev, look at this. Wow, did you know about this, bro?
What?
That Elon Musk is on 6 hours ago, Joe Rogan. I didn't even know about that.
Right, yeah, I seen it.
Interesting.
I
Oh,
watched
you
some
already?
of it, yeah.
Or wow, I didn't
Yeah.
even know. 6 hours ago. Wow.
And you know what he
Oh,
said?
Kanye
Like,
West.
I think the big takeaway from that, he said this is the
Yeah, tell me.
most important election of our time because this is our last
Mm-hmm.
chance. If the Democrats win, they're going to make all these swing states open
Mm-hmm.
open sort of borders where
Mm-hmm.
um, they
Mm-hmm.
fast track the illegals so they can vote. And if
Mm-hmm.
that happens, it's going to
Mm-hmm.
change. It's going to be hard to be anything but democratic if they allow all illegals in, right?
From what I've been told, Kev, 50 million undocumented immigrants came since 2020, right? And 250 billion was spent last year alone. So,
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure. I mean, the numbers.
I
You
mean,
could pull them up on the U.S. on the Homeland Security. You could pull up the numbers going into these states. They're flying them in a plane to these different states. So they're not even defending this. That they are,
no.
intentionally doing this so they get more votes. And
Mhm.
they're speeding it
Yeah.
up now. They're not waiting. They're not bringing people in and waiting. They're saying, hey, let's make them citizens faster so they can vote. And what are they going to vote for? They're going to vote for, they want to bring their family, they want to bring their friends, and they want the money that's being given to them. So, of course, they're going to vote for, Democrats. So it's a plan that they have in place to get more votes, and they're not even dying. They're just not talking about it by trying not to bring attention to it. But it's obvious, and that's what he was saying. Is this is sort of the last election to be able to defend against that.
Look, illegal crossings are up. Look at this, Kev. Wow. I mean, look, and then you ask how much illegal immigrants crossed the border in 2023. They said over 2 million, 3.3 million. See, all these things are different, but let's see how much did the government spend on illegal immigrants in 2023? Kev, this number, look at this, Kev. Are you seeing the screen, man? In 1 year, bro, this is some. Look at this, Kev.
How much?
150 billion was spent on illegal immigration. My God,
crazy.
In one crazy. I thought, Kev, when I first saw this, I thought it was like 150 million, which is a lot, but I didn't know 150 billion, bro. I didn't. When I said, I was like, yo, does that say a B?
That's
like, what?
Insane. Yeah.
That's insane, bro.
So
insane.
That's what they're doing.
Bro, do you know, Kev, do you know how much it'll take to feed the homeless in America? It will take to, take care of veterans in America. Look at this. In U.S., look at this. Look at this, Kev. We're looking at, I don't know if I can find the exact number, but put it like this. I've been told it takes about $20 billion. Okay, so 70 billion. Okay? 70 billion, all right? And then we can take care of all the homeless veterans. And they spent 150 billion, Kev. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. And look, if the like Musk said, if the
150 billion?
Like Musk said, I want to fucking cut. What are you doing? And that was my brother. I'm in the living room.
Okay.
So if 150 billion, Kevin, 1 year, and like you said, they have no shame. So you're looking at 150 billion. They have no shame, Kev. That's about 15 billion a month.
Yeah, and they're getting flown in.
You could run.
They're being treated with money. They're getting money. So it's going to continue unless,
I know, but 15 billion a month, like, wow.
Yeah, but
wow.
Listen, it's bigger than money. You got to understand, if they're able to do this, right?
Oh, come on.
What happened?
Oh, you got cut off.
Nah, I'm on. Are you on?
Booted.
Who got booted?
Got cut off.
Come on, are you on? There we are. You see me? I'm on, bro. You don't see me? You don't see me?
Come on, brother. Come on. Yeah, you're back on. Yeah, you're back on. It'll keep going for more. So okay, so you were saying, so I said that's 15 billion a month. That's like a Fortune 500 company. I mean, I didn't realize
it's a crazy amount of money, but what's even bigger
But
than
what?
that is the money's a lot, but forget this. It can change the power of the future because of the plan they have in place. Meaning they're basically setting up the future voting to be swayed one way. By letting these people in, they're going to vote for them. So you're basically tipping the scales. So if and they started to put this in place probably, after COVID, right? It's going to take a little bit, but if they win this election, they're going to only further speed up the process of these people getting citizenship. And now next election, they're going to have more voters for them. So these are swing states. They're not bringing them in just anywhere. They're bringing them in certain areas that are important. For instance, this election, right? Whoever wins Pennsylvania is going to win the election. So in a state like that is very important. There's certain swing states that, if you're able to influence by allowing people to come in, you're going to get more votes. It's going to change the direction of the future. So that's why this one's important. That's why he stepped up and is probably the number 2 guy, right, for Republican Party that's speaking out and face-wise. So we'll see.
So what else? What else was that Musk's biggest concern? Like, was it that?
That's a major concern. Meaning, if this happens, if the Republicans don't win this election, it might go Democrat forever because of what they're doing.
I see.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see. Forever. Okay. Got it.
Because now you got 4 years. They're gonna speed up the how people get legalized. So now they got more voters for the next election. They'll win that. They'll do it again, and all of a sudden the scales are tipped. So you have one party then. And with that is freedom of speech, right? Being able to censorship, so you gotta keep things balanced. So we'll see, how it goes.
So pretty much he's saying that if we don't win,
they have a strategy.
Yeah, they have a strategy, right?
And they've been doing it. They're not saying anything. He's calling them out. Nobody's answering because they know it's true. But
they know what they're doing. Yeah, it's a strategy.
They don't want to bring attention. But if you look at the numbers, you looked at the dollar amounts. If you look at the number of people amounts in these swing states that are coming in illegals, the numbers are off the charts. So they're doing it, and these are probably these numbers by the Department of Homeland are probably understated. All right, there you go. Play that.
They will legalize enough illegals to turn the swing states, and everywhere will be like California. There will be no escape.
That is so insane.
This is
everywhere like California.
Wow.
This is it. This is the last chance.
Has anybody tried to push back?
And I just want to go out and vote. Vote like your life depends on it. Vote like your future depends on it, because it does. This was the last chance, man.
Wow.
If Liz changed,
he looks very concerned, Kev. He looks like he's gonna get shot. My God! Oh, look at this, Kev. Joe Rogan endorsed him. Wow, last minute. My God, I can't believe he said that. I can't.
He did?
What'd you say?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe. The last second. Look at us at the last second. Look at that.
When was that? Today?
Today. Look. Joe Rogan endorses Trump. I saw this like a few minutes ago. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
3 hours ago, Kev. You see?
So you know what that means?
Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Are you seeing the screen?
Listen, yes. You know what that means? He just listened to that. That same clip we just listened to resonated with him. What Musk said. Because he interviewed Trump. He interviewed Vance. He didn't do it. But what Musk just said
on the eve of the election.
It's a little late, so he's not going to really.
Yeah, right. It's a little late.
Hold on. If he is smart,
wow.
If he's smart, he'll understand what Musk just said. And if that happens, guess what? Joe Rogan is not the biggest podcast anymore. because censorship will come in and he'll be shrunken over time if they have that type of power. That's why you got to make it equal, and that's why you can't have absolute power, right? Corrupts absolutely.
Wow.
But
I mean,
he came in late. It doesn't mean much.
He came in. I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought that he was just going to hold back, but no, he actually did it at the last minute. That's something else. Wow.
I think he probably just listened to what Elon just said, and he said, "Oh shit, this means that my future, my podcast, is now affected. If that happens, if we go on that trajectory, guess what? He's not number one anymore. So, once it starts to affect you, it's a different game, right?
Because he's in Texas, but damn.
No,
I mean, man,
it's freedom of speech. If they have that type of power where they're winning every election, they own the swing states, they could pass whatever they want, right? The press will be a little bit less free, and Rogan's outspoken. He hasn't done himself any favors with them, so who knows?
I know, but Kev, this is the eve of look at this.
That's why I don't even think it serves much purpose. Why do it?
Exactly. It's
almost like you threw your hat in, but you did it last minute.
Right. Look
He
at
was
this.
very, very respected. Asked me to do his show 2 weeks ago, and I said, why not? And to me, it's very big because he's the biggest there is, I guess, in that world by far. Somebody said the biggest anybody in a long time.
That is true.
His name is Joe Rogan, and he's never done this before.
That's true too.
What's that?
That's true too. He never endorsed anybody in a presidential election. He didn't do it in 2020 or 2016. Wow.
That's so nice.
Yeah, Kev, like you're saying, he never endorsed anybody in 2020, Joe Rogan.
No, so he wants to stay neutral, but at this point, he's not.
He did.
Might as well.
Like you said, though, Kev, like you said, you hit it on the nail. It's kind of useless at this point. I mean, like early voting was done. Tomorrow's November 5th. I mean, it's kind of useless, but still, he did it.
Hold on.
I wish he would have done it earlier.
He should have did it a week ago, and it would have actually had an
100% a week ago.
It would have had momentum. At this point, he's sliding in last minute. I mean, it's so much. It's almost like he's doing it so he doesn't get criticism, because no one's going to talk about it now because the election's tomorrow, so they're not going to bash him so much. I don't think he's that strategic, but I just think he listened to what Musk said and said, "Oh shit, he's got a point. This is an important election for these reasons."
Why didn't Musk go? I know. I wish Musk would have went on the podcast like a few weeks ago, man. I mean, like this is all.
Listen, at least he went on. The guy runs companies. He's a busy guy.
I get it. I get it, but like, you know what I mean? It's it's in the same. I get it. It's just.
Let me say this. He wants to cut $2 trillion for the green sector. Okay, he owns Tesla. It's a green energy company. That just shows now they don't get the subsidiaries that Ford and GM get because they're non-union, but they still get some. So it shows that he is not thinking about sort of himself, He's thinking past that. I seen something where Russia.
Man.
You hear me?
Yeah, Russia's what?
Russia's buying up all the green energy stuff, the plants in Europe. Anything, and the reason is so everything runs through them, right? They already own the oil, so if they shut down the factories for coal and nuclear, which they're shutting down in these places, well, everything runs through them then. So they got you by the balls, and that's what they've been doing. So, that's why everyone's got a horse in the race, right? All these different countries, and that's why it's important. I'm surprised you haven't heard more headlines. We haven't heard that many, Like
nothing. But this is the first. Kev, 78 million ballots, Mike, already? Yo, what? There's only like 200 registered voters, 200 million registered voters. So this is something else.
Listen, the bigger the turnout, I think it favors the Democrats, though. The more voters, the more it favors them. However,
early, right?
Just in
early voting, right? Yeah. That's what I've been told. Yeah.
Definitely early, because Trump voters are election day. But I think in general, overall turnout might favor them a little bit. But it's still 90% chance the Senate goes GOP. The House is a coin flip, and Trump still looks like the favorite. But would you be surprised if Harris won? Probably not, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset.
No. Would you be surprised? Probably not.
No. But I'll be upset. I'll kind of be like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell, bro?
Listen,
like, literally someone, with no personality can do this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll really, honestly, Kevin, I'll start to really look down upon my fellow countrymen and women. I'm going to be like, really? I'm like, I get it, but like, really?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, really? You wait. You voted for a hologram? Yeah, no, you voted for a hologram?
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean? Like, really?
Listen,
like, really? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, but whatever.
Something came out on Harris this week that she had a sex tape with.
Yeah, but it didn't come out though.
Montel Williams. Yeah, no, it was all bullshit. It wasn't real.
Right.
A lot of times these bullshit things are thrown out there. They're not real. It's to create a headline. So it turned out it wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't have much going for her besides the fact that people don't like Trump.
That's it.
People don't like Trump. So
that's it. That's it.
Getting. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's Trump or no Trump. That's the vote.
Right. And it's just, like Kev, but it's not just Trump. See, here's what somebody said really interesting. We'll just, let me elaborate a little bit. It's not just Trump. Do you know who's on Trump's team? Elon Musk, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard. You know what I mean? It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's
John
not just
Paulson.
Trump. JD Vance, right?
Yeah.
It's I mean, you got
he's got a good
intellectual.
Good cast.
Vivek, Tim Cotton, right? You got.
Yeah. By the way,
you got a.
JFK. Good addition.
RFK.
I'm sorry.
RFK Jr.
Is a good addition because this guy brings a different element that he's thinking about. He's thinking about food. He's thinking about, safety, right? Against pesticides. He's got a big stance on the vaccines, which I don't think Trump agrees with him. But he's thinking about health.
All right, so Kev, look, let me just this will be a good intel for listeners. All right, look, so I was working in White Plains, right? So I was working when RFK came out last year, right? I was in it, right? Because my monkey brain was like the blood of a Kennedy, and I heard his voice. I'm like, that's going to be a disadvantage. A colleague of mine was like, you know why? It is like, he has a big. I didn't really realize that he has a big body of legal work against pharmaceutical companies, Kev. Like this guy litigated I didn't even realize, it wasn't publicized, but a lot, like 30 years, a big WIC product, right? Pfizer. He sued and litigated almost every big pharmaceutical company out there. I didn't know that, right? The reason he's so against them, all right, and now look, this is from what I've been told. Somebody older, some white dude old. You know why? Is because he believes that his his defect right now, right? He never used to talk like this. Okay, he has a neurological defect. Was a result of childhood vaccinations that he received. So he has that. You see what I'm saying? He feels that. Now, is there causal evidence? You can make anything up, but like I said, that's why he's so against, the pharmaceutical industry. Now, that's what I've been told.
Okay. So he's also so against pesticides being sprayed on our foods. Right. So
he sued Monsanto's.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He sued some power players.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that should speak for itself. his portfolio. But I'll tell you, what do you think? The problem with him is that his voice makes it very hard for someone to receive him. It's just not flowing. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure that didn't help him, but he's not the president.
That didn't help, exactly. Right.
So he's an addition. He's a supporting role. He's not going to be the main guy, but it's all good. And
but when you say it's, you're right. It's either Trump or not Trump. But like, you got to see, like, it's not just not Trump. It's Trump, RFK Jr., Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Dana White. You know what I mean? Tulsi Gabbard. You know what I mean? It's all, Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? It's people that are like, yo, man, there's this cabal. There's this Machiavellian group that's trying to take us to war every day. No, you know what I mean? It's that group.
Musk is such a good asset because this guy was a Democrat a few years ago. And
they all were Democrats, Kev.
Yeah, so he's...
Kev, Tulsi Gabbard, all right? RFK Kennedy, Kennedy's bloodline. He's the royalty of Democrats. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got him, like, Trump was a Democrat.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so it's like, but like you said, Kev, I'm worried that, you're absolutely right. People that are voting are not voting for her. They're voting not Trump. That's such a shame, like, after all this time,
Yeah. Also, the polls don't really do justice because most people won't say who they're voting for if it's Trump. So the polls, you can't go by that. I think the betting markets, pull them up. Those are actually probably more accurate,
Yeah, but you heard that Iowa, some Iowa poll said that Harris is in a league. Look at this. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, like you said, bro, it's like neurolinguistic programming. Yeah, okay, look, this is what it is, Kevin.
All right, so go to the betting markets. Go to that Polymorph.
Yeah, I'm here.
Polymorph.
Not real clear polling, no?
No. That's polling. We want to look at the money coming in.
Okay, what is it called, Kev? Poly who? Okay, got it. All right, let's see.
There you go.
Let's see. This is going to be, I don't know, Kev, man. I mean, this is Kev, you got $3 billion in the game. Get out of here.
People are betting on it. That's probably just on that side. There's more than that. Listen, you now have institutions now, taking in bets on the election. It's unbelievable. 59.1% they have Trump. Okay.
Yeah. We're 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
1.2 billion, and she has 800 million.
Mm-hmm. All right.
My God. I mean, but I'm saying though, like, Trump's lead. I don't know. I mean,
we'll let's see what happens. We don't want to,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Kev. I mean,
listen. Like I said, Pennsylvania is the big one. That's what you should be looking at tomorrow. Whoever wins Pennsylvania,
early voting in Pennsylvania. Well, let's see. Early voting, Pennsylvania. How much votes gets? Look at this. Gets bad. No, that's how many votes. All right. Well, they didn't release it.
Yeah, they might not release it.
At least one. Okay, Kev. So, hold on. Let's see. Early voting. I don't know, Kev. We'll see. I mean, you're looking at 78 million. What do you think? I think that you're right. I think Joe Rogan's last minute thing, if he would have just done it a week ago after, if he was going to do it anyway,
he didn't want
could have really lent some he didn't want it, right? He could have lent some credibility, but he ended up doing anyway.
I think because he listened to what Musk said, how important this is, and then he said, "Oh shit, this affects me." If they win this election and they speed up make everywhere like California, that changes things a lot. So people aren't thinking about that. I don't want to be like one of these, alarmists saying that, but I think he does have a point that it is important. Now, I'll say this. I'm going to take the other side is if you have a split, you're not going to get a lot passed, meaning you're not going to have any drastic like tax changes or things like that where you have like, some of those that she put out there. But
but Kev, it sends them a message. that
But
you
you're looking
can't
at
get
the future.
away. Fucking suit. You know, I'm saying it sends them a message that no, you can't get away with your tactics, playing dirty, lying all day long.
No. I said
misleading
taxes.
people.
I said taxes.
No,
said
but
you're not going to get
okay,
any crazy taxes.
okay, all right. But Kev, but look,
Regardless.
you got to understand if one side wins, Kev, they're gonna think it's acceptable to use the politicize the FBI against their political opponents. Don't you think? They're gonna be like, yo, it worked last time. Let's just what I mean. Let's throw some lawsuits at this this next Republican contender. That's what they're gonna think.
Yeah,
I mean,
so we'll see
they
what
think
happens.
it's okay. Kev, we forgot Donald Trump is a convicted 34 felony. You know that, right? Like,
yeah, and that's what makes
like he's that he's a convicted felon, right? Because of the Democrats of one team.
Yeah.
And if they win,
that's the wrong guy to ignite. A guy like that,
right? But
you tell him no,
but
he's
if they
keep
win,
going. Yeah,
I know, but
if
34
win,
felonies at 78. I know, but my point is that if they win, I'm upset because if they win, it means that they think it's okay as a strategy to do it over and over again. That's why I'm gonna be upset because they were Kev. One team played really dirty this time. All right, this election
we'll
they played really
happens.
dirty.
See what happens. Let's wrap it up. It's 12:30. So.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Got it. All right. All right. That's my final take. What do you think? That's it.
We'll see what happens. I think regardless, I think it's important for the future. When Musk says that comment, we're talking 10 years out, and it gives them an advantage in what we talked about with bringing people in. That's a strategy that they've been doing. But in terms of this election, is they're gonna, I think both cases, the economy will be fine. Regardless of who wins, we'll see them all.
Meaning, I see.
Meaning from an economy standpoint, economy is going to be fine. It's going to be happy just to get past it. So
got it. I see. I don't see, Kev. I don't think that, they'll determine the election tomorrow, but we'll see. I think we won't know till the end of the week.
All right.
I think so. All right.
All right, man.
All right, Kev. We're done.
Bye.